Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the 31, Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Lance going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Lance now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier this season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Now Lance again. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the 1st down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
The Cardinals hit 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 27, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down, here's Davis Price. He's brought down at the 34, calling a gain of 4.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
From the 39, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returning it is Moore. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the Cardinals' 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the counter, Davis Price.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 1st down, here's Mitchell.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Lance looking to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are able to move back in front.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, they'll run it here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Murray going to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Play fake. Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Gets past one man, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Now Murray off play action. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Murray now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his 1st catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're going for it. It's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and had the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Gray.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way.
And it'll be intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out. He can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A give to the fullback on the dive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the give, this is their fullback.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Here's Lance. He's going to let it fly. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Lance back to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Lance. Pass complete. Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Lance looking to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cardinals, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.